Welcome to today's session. We are speaking about addressing trauma for transformation. We are looking at trauma for transformation. I want to support you to address the main block that I come across around you manifesting, consciously creating what you truly desire. There is a part of you that is immensely powerful, that is a powerful creator, that has a beautiful vision for yourself, for your life, for your business, for your work, how you want to be living, how you want to be experiencing life, how you want to be showing up in life. And this aspect of you lies on the level of your heart consciousness, your soul, your body wisdom. It lies deep within you. And a huge part of the work that we do together is about tapping in to that powerful creator within, your true abundance, your wealth frequency, and learning how to create from that part of yourself. So we want to let that part of you to be the leader in your life and to courageously start listening and taking action aligned with that part of you. And it's beautiful. When we get clear with your vision and what you want, we get a big yes, and this is where we're going. This is what we're calling in. This is what we're manifesting, which is wonderful and beautiful. And as we do that work, we have another aspect of the self that is very, very important, that can unconsciously sabotage or block you from moving forward and consciously creating what you desire. This part of you often lies at the level of your inner child or your wounded child. That's how I usually see it or experience this part of you that's unconsciously stopping or blocking you. It's where your trauma lies, your wounding lies. The part of you that does not feel safe, that does not feel held. Now, this aspect of you may have experienced or lived real life trauma at some point in your life, but also we can hold trauma in our body that we take on within the womb, and that's also been handed down through the DNA, handed down from past generations. I find this incredibly fascinating when we start really diving deeper and deeper and understanding what's going on. Why there's some things that you really challenge you when it comes to creation. Why you get really stuck. Why there's some things you just cannot seem to move forward with. And this is where we start identifying layers and levels of trauma that lie within your body, that lie within your nervous system. And sometimes that's a big T trauma, and sometimes it's a little t trauma. But either way, what happens is this aspect of yourself can really shut down, collapse, contract against the very thing that you want, the very thing that you desire. And it can be immensely frustrating, right? And it can make things feel very, very difficult. But what I've learned is that in order to move forward, in order to create powerfully, you have to figure out how to hold and take care and nurture the part of you that is traumatized, the part of you that does not feel safe, the part of you that goes into fear or doubt. Because if you don't hold this part of yourself, it becomes very hard, if not impossible, to move forward, depending on the level of trauma or the level of that block. So it's really important to know that there's absolutely nothing wrong with you. If there are things that you are struggling to create and struggling to change, some things take time. And especially if there's been quite big trauma that's developed and created your nervous system, your perception of reality, how you perceive life, how you are in life. And it's going to take some time to rewire, to reprogram yourself in alignment with what you desire. And that's what we are doing here. We are rewiring to receive. But please know some of this stuff takes time. Days, weeks, months, years. And I know we don't like to hear that. We don't like to know that some things could take you years to change. But I find that it is worth it. It is worth it. There's some things that have taken me many, 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 many years to change. And it's still worth it, even though it takes time, because that is taking you on a powerful journey of transformation. And actually what I've learned is if we manifest too quickly, if there's things that you land into your life too quickly and you're not able to hold it, you're not able to receive it, your nervous system can shut it down, right? So we want to create solid foundations for receiving, where you feel safe to receive, that you can actually hold, look after the very thing that you're calling in. So sometimes it's kinder to go more slowly. It creates more sustainability to go more slowly. So it's not about faster is better or more is better. We just need to work with where you are and understand what's required to help you to continue to move forward, being patient with yourself. And I know it takes a lot of energy and it takes time to hold the traumatized parts. And I also know it can be immensely frustrating when there's something that you want to move forward with and you can't seem to move forward. So we bring in lots of compassion and patience, but I really want to put a big spotlight on this aspect to understand what we're doing here. Manifestation work is not for the faint-hearted. Conscious creation work is for the courageous. It's for the courageous. And so I really honor you in all that you're doing here. And I want to thank you, because what you're doing is not only for you, it impacts all the lives that you touch and future generations as well. Also, healing and transforming the past, for the past generations, for your ancestors, is very deep and powerful work. So please take a moment to thank yourself, honor and acknowledge you. So please know that the very thing that you're calling in can be and may be immensely confronting to your wounded self, to your traumatized self, to your very vulnerable self. The very thing that you're calling in may send off signs of danger to another aspect of yourself. So we are multidimensional beings. There's many aspects and many layers. And so what you need to do is make sure that we create safety, that you create safety for the part of you that's in trauma, the part of you that's scared, the part of you that's uncertain, doubting, right? Suspicious. The part of you that has perhaps experienced real life pain and trauma, right, in this area. So there's a very understanding and natural protection that comes up that creates blocks and barriers to what you want, but it's also, it's about bringing in understanding about why that's there. The challenge is a lot of this lies in the unconscious, and as we're doing this work together, we start to bring more consciousness to the unconscious. So again, you may not be consciously aware how some of this stuff is running, and we need to learn, right? Because what you're calling in is beautiful. It's heart aligned, it's soul aligned, it's body aligned. We need to go on that journey of bridging the gap between what you want, what you desire, and where you are now, and bringing that scared, protected part of you on board. So that's part of the journey. How do you create safety for yourself as you expand into the great unknown? Even though part of you might know what you're asking for, want it, and think, why would I block and sabotage that? This is a beautiful thing, right? It's not logical. So we need to kind of get curious and go in and do some very deep self-care, very, very deep self-care. And what I love about this process, even though it can make things seemingly go more slowly, is that then everything you're doing and everything you're creating has to include this sensitivity, this care for the vulnerable parts of you. But it also means how we're creating has a sensitivity and a mindfulness included in it. Because there's a part of you that's immensely powerful that just might be able to kind of bulldoze forward. And we want to be bringing in that sensitivity, that mindfulness with an awareness of the vulnerability that's involved. So I found that this is a very powerful process, and it's not just about healing your trauma, it's about bringing mindfulness and sensitivity into everything that you're doing, and care and consideration, not only for yourself, but also for others. So it does mean we need to slow down a little bit and get curious. What do you need to feel safe? What foundations do you need to have in place for you to be able to grow and move forward? So it's very smart. This part of you needs safety, security, foundations, stability. And in meeting the needs of that wounded, traumatized parts, you're going to learn how to build those foundations that you need for sustainable growth and change. And I have found that that usually ends up impacting the lives that you touch as well. So it's a beautiful thing. And it's an important thing. We're not just trying to eradicate or get rid of your blocks, right? Release the money blocks, release the blocks. Yes, we want to release, but from a place of holding in sensitivity and care and consideration for that part as well. That part of you is just as valid and valuable as your abundant self, your wealthy self, right? Each part of you has a place at the table, has a place at the conversation. So with that being said, what I'd like to do is hold a space, take us through a practice now where we are going to powerfully manifest with your intention, but also going in and holding yourself on a deeper level. This process is designed to calm and balance your nervous system, calm and balance your energy system, your mind and emotions, which helps you to relax, which helps you to open up to receive. And we're also rewiring in this process, rewiring your whole nervous system, energy system to come into alignment with what you're calling in. That your body needs to feel safe. So the very thing that you're calling in, we start to create this relationship, build a relationship of trust. So the wounded, traumatized part of you can trust you and trust in your leadership and trust that what you're calling in is going to be serving and supportive to you. So it's a really interesting journey of navigating these different aspects of ourself. We also don't want to get really stuck in the trauma and be taken down by that part either, although there may be periods where you need to rest and do the self-care work. We also need to bring in that powerful leader and keep coming back into connection with the vision, with your intention, with what you're focusing on creating, and reminding yourself, remembering where you're going, getting back on the horse, getting back on the surfboard, so to speak, while also honoring. So it's a balance, right, between holding, both of these aspects of yourself, figuring out how to work together to grow together. Beautiful. So I'd like to invite you to get nice and comfortable. And I'd like you to connect to your intention, what you want to manifest at this time. So you can bring in maybe one or even two intentions for now, for this session, what you really want to ground, what you really want to land, what you want to work on, what's really important to you at this time. And we're going to hold a powerful space for your intention, what you're wanting to manifest. And we're going to dive deeper into holding the part of you that maybe feels threatened or in resistance to or is contracting against the very thing that you're asking for. We're going to hold space to try and integrate these parts and start working together, co-creating between these different aspects of yourself. So you can sit up or lie down for this process. Listen to your body, what you need. Thank you. And just bringing in a lot of love, a lot of safety, a lot of care and compassion for all of you. And tapping into the joy, right? The blessings, the incredible gifts that we have here to do this beautiful work together. What an incredible thing. So beautiful. We're tapping into this sacred space for this transformational work, stepping into a portal of transformation, a vortex of transformation, this sacred space that's going to hold you with this work. I want to remind the part of you that gets scared that you're in control, right? You're not going to be forced to do anything that you're not ready for. And we're going to hold you in a lot of regard and really honor every aspect of yourself so that you can move forward in a way that is kind, caring, and conscious. Wonderful. So let's bring in your intention. What are you calling in? What are you wanting to manifest, to create, to realize, to experience? Let's welcome that intention in and know that this intention on one level is designed to take you on a powerful healing journey, transformation journey of evolution and growth. So whatever you choose is absolutely fine. And it's also helping you to create more joy and love and peace and alignment and balance and harmony, ease and flow in time. Beautiful. So welcoming your intention and welcoming, tapping into, connecting to the very powerful part of you that knows how to create this. The powerful leader within. Let's wake that part of you up and call that part of you in. The part of you that's already in alignment with your intention. And so we want to invite you to become aligned with this part of you now. So we're inviting your nervous system, your energetic system, your mind, your emotion, your bodies, all your bodies, to align with this powerful creator part, the part of you that's already aligned with your intention. So you're starting to become this now. You are becoming your intention, becoming the vibrational frequency of what you're calling in now, bringing it into the present, bringing it into the now. So breathe deeply into your body. We're opening up to receive. We're starting to get to know this powerful part of you that may have been locked in the shadows, locked in the dungeons for some time. Breathing in and welcoming this part of you now. Breathing right down into your belly. And I want to bring in an energy of honor and regard to this part of you. Almost bowing down to this part of you. Seeing, honoring, acknowledging, and witnessing the great, powerful creator inside of you now. Welcoming this part of you here, breathing this part of you into your body. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And this part of you is the leader in consciously creating what it is that you desire. This part of you has an incredible intelligence that's tapped into a deeper wisdom, deeper knowing. It's going to lead you and guide you forward. And yes, there'll be missing pieces of information, things you need to learn, things you need to study, new bits of information you need to gather to support you with consciously creating. But that part of you is open and receptive, strategic. So welcoming that in, becoming the vibrational frequency of your intention now, and embodying the aspect of you that's going to help you create this intention in your lived experience now. Beautiful. Thank you. Slow, deep inhalations and exhalations. Inhalations and exhalations. Gorgeous. So part of your journey is learning to land, ground, and body, integrate this part of you into your life and learn to feel safe with this beautiful part of you. Get to know this part of you. How do you welcome this part of you into your life more and more? And now we're going to journey a little bit deeper, right? And meet the part of you that is in resistance, that is fighting against, that is hiding or contracting, or feeling the need to protect yourself from the very thing you're calling in. So we're going to breathe a little bit deeper, dive a little bit deeper. I usually feel this part of you is held around the lower centers, the pelvic floor, the base chakra, if you will, the hips, and the lower part of the belly. So we want to breathe right down. We hold off in a lot of the survival trauma patterns in those lower centers. You want to breathe down. This is also where the foundations are. Beautiful. So let's meet the part of you, right? That is in resistance. And that feels threatened by the very thing you're calling in. Doubting, fearing. And let's just breathe and receive that part of you now. So how is this aspect of you feeling about what you're calling in? We want to create a space to listen, to hear. You can meditate with this, staying present. You can journal with this aspect of you. How is this part of you feeling? Let's hear it. Let's listen. Now, this is often an aspect of yourself that has not been heard, has not been listened to enough. So we're learning to listen to yourself, to honor what's going on there. Usually this part of you needs to feel safe, needs to feel safe. And for some reason, this part of you is not feeling safe. So I would like us to spend some time with this part of you, breathing, receiving, witnessing. And sometimes it's as simple as that. Just breathing, just witnessing, just being present with this part of you starts to transform. You start to release some of those barriers of protection that keep you in separation between where you are now and what you long for. We want to go in and first hear, listen, receive this part of you. And I'd like to ask, number one, what is stopping you from feeling safe? Or what is threatening you about this situation? What about it is making you feel contracted? And you might want to spend a little bit longer with that question. And then, what do you need to feel safe? What do you need to be able to open, to be able to trust, to be able to surrender to the leadership of your powerful creator self? What do you need? In listening to these needs and honoring these needs, this is a very important step to helping you actually manifest what you desire. And there is a great intelligence in your needs and learning how to meet those needs. It's not all bad. It's actually bringing in very important foundations. So, and it often feels quite vulnerable, right? So what do you need to feel safe? What do you need to be able to move forward into this great unknown, into this new arena, in this new space, this new experience that you've never experienced before? Or perhaps you've had an experience in this arena that's been negative and hurtful and harmful. So what do you need to be able to step in and trust and opening to your intention, to what you want to manifest? So let's listen and spend some time with that question. Please write down what comes through. And we're releasing any judgment about what this part of you has to say. There may be shame in here as well. There may be pain in here. And also, when this part of you has not ever experienced being listened to on this level, it may take some time for this part of you to even find words to articulate what you need. Sometimes this part of you is non-verbal. So we need to spend a little bit of time. What do you need? Staying curious, staying open. Keep asking that question. Just breathing in. What will support you? What will support you to be able to relax, to be able to release, and open up to receive? What would support you? And please know what comes through is designed to balance your nervous system, calm your nervous system, realign yourself to what it is that you truly desire. And it does take some time, and it takes care. It takes patience. So really listening. It's so beautiful. It's so important, and it's so valuable. So breathing in to receive and listening. So what does this part of you really need from you? In terms of time, energy, attention, maybe action. Beautiful. So we're learning to hold this part of you. We're learning to receive it. We're learning to take care of yourself in a way that perhaps you may never have before. A deeper level of self-care, a deeper level of self-honoring, a deeper level of listening. Breathing down in. We're breathing in and receiving into the depths of yourself. Bringing love and care into the foundations, which is actually designed to support you with manifesting into your physical reality. So all of this is highly intelligent and highly effective in time. Breathing in to receive, breathing in to receive. Keep breathing, slow, deep inhalations and exhalations. And as this part of you is heard, it relaxes, it drops its defenses. And we create a bit more space to receive, to align, to integrate with your intention. So welcoming that embodiment of your intention on an even deeper level. Not from force, from a place of relaxation, self-honoring, deep listening, and intentional creation. We've created a little bit more space today to receive a little bit more, to welcome in a little bit more and embody this new level a little bit more. So a few more deep inhalations and exhalations. Inhale and exhale. Breathing with these different aspects of yourself, holding, receiving, the powerful, the vulnerable, the trauma through the transformation, and surrendering to the process, trusting in the process. And understanding that this is an integral part of this manifestation work and conscious creation work. Not with everything, but particularly if there's something that's confronting for you. Some things you'll be able to shift very quickly and welcome in very quickly, and some things just need more care and time and patience. So please take a moment to give thanks to yourself, honoring you, all levels of you, equally valuable, equally welcome. I'd like you to write down any insights, awarenesses, guidance, information that came through in today's session, and giving yourself all the time that you need. And then when you're ready, I would love to hear what came through for you. I would love to hear. Thank you so much. Honoring your beautiful intention, your powerful creator, and your sensitive, vulnerable self as we learn to come into alignment with all levels of you, all levels of your being.